We are 8 nights away from the kickoff to WrestleMania weekend, and tonight on SmackDown, these two superstars look to warm up the engines as the Rated R superstar, Edge, takes on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And Edge threw out this challenge earlier this week on X when he had this to say: WrestleMania is going to be a test to see if I still got what it takes to hang with some of the best. And speaking of the best, Cody Rhodes, they say our iron sharpens iron. It's been a long time since we got in that ring. What do you say this Friday night? Edge wanted the challenge. He wanted to test himself. He gets one of the best going today, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, live tonight on SmackDown. We make a pit stop in the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah, 8 nights before WrestleMania. And kicking us off tonight, the United States Champion, representing the OC, AJ Styles looks to prepare for his WrestleMania meeting with Ricochet.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the OC from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
It was last week on SmackDown that AJ Styles stood alongside Braun Breaker in a losing effort to the Rated R superstar Edge, as well as the one and only Ricochet. And just 24 hours later on Saturday night's main event, Ricochet alongside Cody Rhodes taking down Anderson and Gallows. The one and only's rise on SmackDown has been well documented, and as we found out earlier this week, he has earned himself #1 contendership for the Red, White, Blue, and Gold, the United States Championship, live next weekend on WrestleMania Sunday.
And his opponent from Kobe, Japan, weighing in at 156 pounds, Akira
AJ Styles looks to keep his momentum strong and goes one-on-one, as we mentioned, with the future of Flight, the one and only Ricochet, who has been on the rise for months here on SmackDown, chasing championship gold. When these two men meet on WrestleMania Sunday, will it be the shining star for the one and only, or will the phenomenal reign of AJ Styles continue? Well, tonight the phenomenal champion going to have his hands full with a close friend of the #1 contenders, that being Akira Tozawa. From Kobe, Japan, all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah, Tozawa looking to take down AJ Styles and possibly get in the psyche of the United States Champion before he defends that gold in just over 8 nights. We welcome you to Friday Night SmackDown as the road to WrestleMania is reaching near an end. 7 nights away from the final SmackDown before the show of shows, 8 nights before WrestleMania weekend begins. The 2023-2024 season about to come to a close. It's been an amazing year as we get to our Super Bowl, WrestleMania at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas, and begin to start a whole new year on, of course, Monday night, March 11th, and Friday night, March 15th. But that is then, this is now, and AJ Styles is looking to send a message to the one and only tonight here on SmackDown. You know, AJ Styles, ever since winning the United States Championship back in the fall, has been near perfection inside of the ring. But it's been the last couple of outings inside the squared circle that have not gone the way of the phenomenal one. AJ presumably stepped up to be Braun Breaker's tag team partner last week as a chance to get even with the Rated R superstar Edge, who took away AJ Styles' shot of participating in the Elimination Chamber back in January. We saw how that went for Styles last week. He may not have been the man pinned in that tag team matchup, but still took the defeat nonetheless. Look at Akira Tozawa trying to bring the fight to AJ Styles here in Salt Lake City. It's going to be a great night of action here on the road to WrestleMania, and of course the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic are on hand tonight. Who's going to WrestleMania? The Viking Raiders go 2v2 against Austin Theory as well as Grayson Waller. Winners going to make their way to the finals on WrestleMania Sunday, but who will be their opponents? We also find out tonight when Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar of the LWO take on Chad Gable and Otis of Alpha Academy. Those 4 teams competing for a chance to compete in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, as well as become the new WWE Tag Team Champions on behalf of SmackDown, coming your way on WrestleMania Sunday. As Tozawa was starting to rev up the engines, AJ Styles looking to get back in control before his meeting with Ricochet on WrestleMania Sunday as well. AJ Styles has successfully defended that championship gold over the man he defeated to win it back in November, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He has turned away Rey Mysterio as well as Santos Escobar. Will he be able to get through Ricochet, whose rise to stardom, if you will, here in the blue brand has been on the up and up, month in and month out. Over the last year, ever since Ricochet made his way to Friday Night SmackDown. Ricochet, a former Cruiserweight champion, won Tag Team Gold last year at WrestleMania as well. Owns not 1 but 2 victories over the Apex Predator Randy Orton, dating back to the winter, and damn near became the World Heavyweight Champion back at the Royal Rumble. And AJ Styles showing why he is going to be a test for Ricochet at WrestleMania. Tozawa trying to throw his best to no avail. The Phenomenal One has been in the spotlight many a times throughout his career, and it ain't looking to slow down anytime soon. Tozawa stuck into the corner. Great wherewithal. Oh, and a nice spin kick. Akira Tozawa looking to knock off the United States champion tonight. It's Salt Lake City, not just yet. Tozawa looking for the slam dunk here in the home of the Utah Jazz. Unfortunately not to be. And now the OC, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows trying to stick their nose in AJ Styles' business. And Styles trying to go for the victory from behind that time to no avail. I'm sure the one and only Ricochet obviously is not feeling 100% after not 1 but 2 physical tag team matches last week on SmackDown and then on Saturday night's main event 24 hours later. But wherever he is in the arena tonight, I am sure he is doing his last minute homework. This will be the last time we see AJ Styles in action before WrestleMania, and this is the last scouting report that will be done for the future of Flight. Ricochet has been on the hunt for championship gold. We saw him challenge for the United States title back in the fall during the reign of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now he meets the man who turned away Cody not once but twice back in November. That is AJ Styles. Styles has damn near been the best he has been throughout a long time here in the WWE, as of late on SmackDown as the United States champion. A mean streak about him ever since the month of October. There may have been a few bumps in the road the last couple of weeks, but AJ Styles looking to turn it all around, not just tonight, but at WrestleMania as well. And a phenomenal forearm delivered. And it is academic from this point. You can probably count to 20. Tozawa is out cold. AJ Styles picking up a huge victory tonight. The United States champion rolls into WrestleMania Sunday with momentum on his side. Well, when WrestleMania kicks off 8 nights from tonight, who will be more prepared? Will it be the Phenomenal One, or will it be his #1 contender?
Here is your winner, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Ricochet may be on the rise, but the odds may be stacked against the future of Flight as the OC rolls into WrestleMania with momentum on their side. AJ Styles looking to retain his United States title. We're back live in the Delta Center as the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic semifinals kick off. And let's take a look at the bracket over the last several weeks. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory turned away the LWO 7 nights ago, and their opponents tonight, Erik and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, taking down Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium. Of course, we will see the LWO's Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar battling Alpha Academy later tonight. But your first of 2 semi-final matches here in Utah are on hands. The winners of this match are on their way to the finals on WrestleMania Sunday to compete for the Dusty Cup and the WWE Tag Team Championship.
And his partner from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory.
Well, Austin Theory walked into WrestleMania last year, took on a returning American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and turned away Cody on that night. It was a huge victory in Austin Theory's WrestleMania debut, but tonight he's looking to punch his ticket to his second outing on the Show of Shows. And of course, we will be live Saturday night, March the 2nd, Sunday night, March the 3rd, 5 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff for WrestleMania weekend, the conclusion of the 2023-2024 season, and you are not going to want to miss the events of the grandest stage of them all. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller look ready. Were able to turn away the LWO 7 nights ago, but the ante has been upped here tonight in Salt Lake City. Two behemoths about to walk down the aisle, and a pair of former World Tag Team Champions in their own right, Erik and Ivar, the Viking Raiders.
And accompanied by Valhalla at a combined weight of 552 pounds, Ivar and Erik.
Well, the Viking Raiders, as we mentioned, former World Tag Team Champions, and that has been something that they have been chasing after all over again for quite some time here on SmackDown. And just as this tournament was a window of opportunity for the Usos on Monday Night Raw to get back to championship contention, the Viking Raiders, as well as the other 3 teams left in this cup, looking to do the same. Is your first of 2 semi-final matches live right here tonight on SmackDown, and the SmackDown side of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Who is going to WrestleMania? We find out right now. Ivar kicking things off with the Aussie icon Grayson Waller, and obviously the strength and size in the corner of the 2 big men tonight. Erik and Ivar with that as their advantage, but Grayson Waller and Austin Theory need to stick and move and use their speed and agility in comparison to the Viking Raiders to their advantage. Of course, take nothing away from Ivar, especially in the Viking Raiders. You saw how he exploded out of the gate moments ago. Such an unpredictable tag team are those 2 men that oppose Waller and Theory tonight. As we mentioned, the Viking Raiders turned away Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium just a few weeks ago to punch their ticket to the semi-final match. An impressive showing on that night. Ivar and Erik looking to repeat history. WrestleMania Saturday going to be live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. WrestleMania Sunday, also 5 p.m. Eastern Time, March the 2nd and March the 3rd. And you can catch the finals of the SmackDown Dusty Cup on WrestleMania Sunday. There's brand new WWE Tag Team Championships exclusive to Friday Night SmackDown, going to be hanging in the balance. So much riding on the line for all 4 teams that are competing in the semis right here tonight. Of course, still to come tonight here on SmackDown in your main event, the challenge thrown out by the Rated R superstar Edge, wanting to sharpen his test, if you will. Iron sharpens iron. See if he's got what it takes to hang with some of the best. The Iconoclast himself goes one-on-one with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And a little bit of recent history by association between those 2 men. Remember Cody Rhodes taken out of the Elimination Chamber by hands of Randy Orton, and who ended up being the replacement? That was the Rated R superstar Edge. I wonder if there's any issues, a little bit of tension between those 2 that may bleed into that main event matchup tonight. All remains to be seen. I'm sure a lot of mutual respect between those 2 superstars, but tonight, WrestleMania momentum hangs on the line. And a spot on the Show of Shows is waged between these 2 teams. Austin Theory getting tagged in to a currently grounded Erik. And I'll tell you, Austin Theory, 2023 King of the Ring winner, former WWE champion, outbite for a short time, but held the gold nonetheless. And Austin Theory, alongside the Aussie icon Grayson Waller, all the tools to win championship gold in due time on SmackDown, and it may just come at WrestleMania. Erik feeling the brunt of this Aussie attack at the moment, and Grayson Waller all over Erik. Viking Raiders down, but are they out? Oh yeah, Grayson Waller turning his sights to Ivar. He better make sure he doesn't bite off more than he can chew and piss off those two angry Vikings. Down goes Erik. He could be looking for a count-out victory. Count of 8. And Erik making it back in just in time as Austin Theory was tagged in and he was sent right out. Close call for the Viking Raiders here tonight. Theory and Waller almost waltzed their way to WrestleMania Sunday in the easiest way possible. However, Erik looking to write a different story. Nice takedown, going for the pinfall. Couple of knife-edge chops on Austin Theory. Theory may be in trouble. Float over into the knee. Theory's lucky that didn't land right on the button. As if it did, that's a knockout blow any day of the week, twice on Friday. Theory got lucky with whatever the landing was, and as Ivar taking Theory right out of the ring again. Theory, look out for the behemoth flying through the sky. It's like a flying bison. In this case, it's a flying Viking. Theory sent into the ring. Would love if anybody got that flying bison reference. Nonetheless, Ivar, big-time suplex to Austin Theory. Tell you what, this Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic has brought out some great competition in not only the SmackDown Tag Team division, but also as the tournament was taking place on Monday Night Raw, the Tag Team Wrestling and both Tag Team divisions stronger than ever here in the WWE. Ivar taking down Grayson Waller as things were starting to break down a little bit. Austin Theory takes advantage. Oh, look at this. Muscled up the big man, but Ivar with a counter. Kick to the gut. Double underhook. Power bomb. Could be all she wrote. Not just yet. Theory survives. Man, you know those strong style maneuvers, those power bombs, those slams just got to hurt that much more coming from a man the size of Ivar. Oh my goodness, look at Grayson Waller. Look at his strength. Impressive as all hell as he drops Ivar right on his crown. And not even a 1 count that time. Well, that's some great strength shown by the Aussie icon, but may not even have made a dent. Salt Lake City in appreciation of the efforts of these two teams as Ivar now sits out Grayson Waller. Man, which one of these teams going to make their way to WrestleMania? Fighting either Alpha Academy or the LWO. We'll find out who it's going to be later tonight as Ivar once more soaring through the skies. Grayson Waller almost got his shoulders counted to the mat that time, not just yet. Another reversal by Waller, and you see Ivar starting to stack the offense. Waller needed that reversal. Trying to mount a comeback in this Dusty Rhodes semifinal, and wait a minute. Ivar sent to the outside. Grayson Waller pulling out some unorthodox maneuvers that we don't normally see in the arsenal of the Aussie icon. So Pagan Hero over the top rope. Salt Lake City coming unglued. And you know the appreciation's got to be there because they can't stand Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller running head start, didn't even budge. It's one thing to go to the skies against Ivar. It's a whole nother thing to keep him down. The big man is back on his feet. Grayson Waller once again with Ivar up against the ropes. Now wait a minute, he could be looking for the repeat result. Going back to the skies, but he went to the well one too many times. Crash and burn. You gotta be able to read the book better than that. Ivar making him pay for his sins. Grayson Waller wanted a double to Pagan Hero. Ivar said, you caught me on the wrong day. Ivar back into the ring, awaiting the Aussie icon. Grayson Waller's mistake may come back to bite him here tonight. Ivar to scoop in the slam to go to WrestleMania, not just yet. Grayson Waller tried going over the top rope, but they don't call it high risk, high reward for nothing. Grayson Waller put one too many pennies down the... Oh, wait a minute. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. What about knockout blows? And Grayson Waller with a roller effect catching Ivar out of nowhere. And that does it. Oh, man. We've been talking about knockout blows all throughout this matchup. Let's go back to that reference. Maybe Grayson Waller put just the right amount of pennies down the well. They're getting their wish.
Here are your winners, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
Out of nowhere, Grayson Waller exploded, knocked down Ivar, and it was enough to keep him down for the 3 count. Well, you don't gotta like them, but you gotta respect the talents. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller have turned away the LWO and the Viking Raiders. They are on their way to WrestleMania Sunday. Who will oppose them? We'll find out in moments here in Utah. As one season comes to an end, a whole new one begins to blossom. And we kick off a new season with the best of the best from Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown live and in action. It all begins on Monday, March 11th, as Raw comes your way live from Madison Square Garden in New York City. And then SmackDown heads to the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. An all-new season in the WWE is coming your way, and you haven't seen anything yet. Next week on the final Friday Night SmackDown before WrestleMania, the Cruiserweight Champion Ilya Dragunov takes off one of his WrestleMania opponents as he meets Johnny Gargano in a Cruiserweight Classic Finals rematch all these months later on the Blue Brand. And WrestleMania Saturday will be main evented by Drew McIntyre and Gunther's highly anticipated rematch for the World Championship. However, next week, it is a pick your poison. Gunther chooses McIntyre's opponent and vice versa. It is all coming your way next week on the final Friday Night SmackDown before WrestleMania. Moments ago, we saw Austin Theory and Grayson Waller punch their ticket to WrestleMania Sunday. They will compete in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic and compete for a chance to hold the WWE Tag Team titles. But who will be opposing them? Will it be Chad Gable and Otis of Alpha Academy, or will it be the Latino World Order?
And their opponents, first representing Legado El Fantasma from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, Santos Escobar.
There is no shortage of history between Santos Escobar and the Alpha Academy. It was back in late summer and it bled into the fall. Chad Gable's pursuit of the Cruiserweight Championship during the reign of the Emperor of Lucha Libre. Luckily for Santos Escobar, first at No Mercy and then at the Cruiserweight Classic finale, he picked up not 1 but 2 victories over Chad Gable. Gotta wonder if that plays into the psyche of both of these men in this matchup. Does Escobar believe that the LWO are the favorites? Do Gable and Otis look at themselves as the underdogs? All remains to be seen. I'll tell you, there's talent on all sides of the field. It is anybody's ball game on the road to WrestleMania. Alpha Academy looking hungrier than ever, but Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio, a new tag team, but a tag team that's looked like they have been teaming for years nonetheless. Well, Escobar has made his way to the ring, but he can't compete in the tag team tournament without his Hall of Fame partner. The master of the 619, Rey Mysterio, looking to make his way back to the dance at AT&T Stadium.
And from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio!
Last year at WrestleMania, Rey Mysterio was the one defending the Cruiserweight Championship, and he was successful in the first meeting against Santos Escobar. Of course, that led to a series of matches where Rey and Escobar gained a great amount of respect for each other. I gotta tell you, it'd be very interesting if Mysterio and Santos went back to the dance, only this time standing on the same side of the squared circle. But nonetheless, the bell has sounded. The semifinal matchup of the Dusty Cup is underway. Alpha Academy don't care about the respect between Santos and Rey, nor the lineage. They are looking to break out here on SmackDown and get their golden opportunity at WrestleMania. And Otis starting things out his way, bringing Santos Escobar into the corner. Certainly a contrast in styles between these two teams tonight. The two luchadors like to take things to the air, a lot of high-flying abilities. Meanwhile, you got Otis, the heavyweight, in there. Just going to throw his opponents from pillar to post. Look at this. Speaking of that, on the button, what a combination by Otis, just muscling up Santos Escobar out of the corner. Big-time belly-to-belly. Meanwhile, you got Chad Gable, the former Olympian, who will just grapple his opponent down to the canvas and make him pray for mercy. Should be very interesting to see who is going to get their WrestleMania moment tonight. Otis and Chad Gable looking to break out on the scene, obtain championship gold for the first time in the tag team division. Santos Escobar and Rey familiar with singles gold, but tonight they look to step one step closer to winning those WWE tag team titles on WrestleMania Sunday. Chad Gable inside this matchup for the first time, and here we go with Gable and Escobar and all their history being brought to light in the midst of this matchup. As we mentioned, Santos Escobar not one but two victories in the past. Oh, okay. Gable told me to shush. All right, but Santos Escobar knocked him down. Back to what we were saying. Escobar not one but two victories over Chad Gable back in the fall. How will that play into the psyches? We will find out in due time as Escobar taking things to the air like we knew he would. Tope suicida to the outside by the Emperor of Lucha Libre as the LWO looks to build some momentum for the first time in this matchup. Sending Gable into enemy territory, and a tag made to the master of the 619, Rey Mysterio, who's coming off the top with the shoulder block. Great offense by the LWO, Rey Mysterio. Picking Chad Gable up, and I don't know what Mysterio's got in mind, but he's willing to throw anything in the kitchen sink at his opponents tonight. All in the means of victory. Mysterio hitting the ropes and working like a well-oiled machine right now. Chad Gable can try to create some distance all he wants, but he is in LWO territory, and I don't care whether he was or not, because Rey Mysterio will fly from pillar to post just to take down his opponent. Mysterio's had plenty of WrestleMania moments in his day. He's looking for another one on WrestleMania Sunday, and he may be on the road to doing so. Springboarded a Bulldog, and that may be all she wrote in the early going, but Otis has got some legs underneath of him. Some tree trunks at that. Helping him get over to the other side of the ring quick enough to break up that pinfall. Now Chad Gable's gonna find his way back into this match. Oh man, neat shot. Gable not afraid to get his hands dirty when need be. And there you see Chad Gable, as we mentioned, just taking his opponent down to the canvas, grappling him down, beating him down. And that's probably best case scenario in this matchup with two high flyers trying to ground them and take away some of their best offense. Now look at Gable, beautiful takedown, picking the ankle of the Hall of Famer. Listen, I'm sure there's some great respect between these two teams as well, but in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals, the WWE Tag Team Championship, and a trip to WrestleMania are hanging in the balance. Certainly everything goes out the window, any means necessary to get victory here tonight. Tag made to Otis. And Alpha Academy may not be endearing themselves to the Salt Lake City audience here tonight, but they're doing everything they gotta do. And it may not be enough. Mysterio off the tornado, and a tag made to the Emperor of Lucha Libre. Looking to rev up the engines, and Otis getting out of harm's way. Better be thanking his lucky stars, but it's not good enough. Santos Escobar, former three-time Cruiserweight champion. And over the last few months, ever since that third reign ended, has really broken out from the division and took on some of the best here on SmackDown. Escobar looking to continue to fight new challenges at WrestleMania. Coming off the top, and it ain't even enough for a 2 and a hesitation. big man Otis, certainly a tough puzzle to figure out inside of that squared circle as Santos Escobar takes advantage of a misstep, but it's not enough. Oh, now Otis getting pissed off now, sending the Emperor into the corner, and the big man's had enough of the fun and games. Alpha Academy want their moment in the sun that it all could start here tonight. Off the middle rope, big time splash by the big man. Alpha Academy could be closing in on WrestleMania Sunday. Gotta go for the pinfall, gotta take advantage. Or maybe it's the opposite, where Alpha Academy have done their homework so well, and they know that Escobar and Ray still got fight left in them. Salt Lake City may not be endearing themselves to Alpha Academy, and I don't think Alpha Academy cares here tonight. They are laser focused on the task at hand. Into the cover. And he almost had him. Santos Escobar getting the shoulder up. Chad Gable just going to continue to push the presser. Foot on the gas pedal as he sends the Emperor of Lucha Libre for an amusement park ride. I think the only person amused right now is Master Chad Gable, the 2012 Olympian, as he sends Santos Escobar back into enemy territory. Another tag made to Otis. Oh, look at that! Otis got some spring in those legs. Escobar, that's gotta feel like getting hit by a flying boulder. I don't even know. And another cover, and one step closer that time, but Escobar's still alive in this match. Alpha Academy's keeping each other fresh, trying to wear down Santos Escobar simultaneously. Santos into the corner. Gable could have been looking for chaos theory, and Santos Escobar has felt it before. Not looking to be in that familiar situation tonight. Escobar back against the wall, swinging left, swinging right, and swinging a double boot. Only one of these teams can go to WrestleMania. Who's going to acquire that golden ticket here tonight in Salt Lake City? And it could be the LWO. Great offense, but not enough to cross the finish line. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller surprising the Viking Raiders in a moment's notice a few moments ago. Waller and Theory make their way to WrestleMania. Grayson Waller's debut at the Showcase of the Immortals. Austin Theory's second appearance. But who will oppose them in the finals of the SmackDown Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic of 2024? Alpha Academy was controlling most of this matchup, but Santos Escobar has flipped the switch. And Chad Gable again. A little bit of a lack of enthusiasm in that kick out, but a kick out nonetheless. Goes to show you that the damage is beginning to stack up in this matchup on both sides of the field. And Escobar, like a wounded animal, in that corner. And Gable's looking to take him out of his misery. Here we go. Chaos Theory into the bridge. And Rey Mysterio realizing that that could have been it. That is the maneuver that got Alpha Academy this far. The matchup may roll on, but the damage certainly done. Escobar cannot be anywhere near 100%. And Escobar has wrestled the majority of this matchup so far. He needs a tag, and he needs it as soon as possible. Oh, wait a minute. Phantom driver of the big man. You got to keep your eyes on Chad Gable, but nonetheless, Santos Escobar, like a bat out of hell, able to get Otis on his shoulders and drive him into the canvas. That just shows you the intestinal fortitude of the LWO, the will to fight, the heart, the soul, the desire to go to WrestleMania as Rey Mysterio gets tagged in. Santos Escobar did what he could to get the LWO back in this matchup, now putting it all in the hands of Rey Mysterio. Can the Hall of Famer run through the finish line with the baton in his hand? Otis into the ropes. Mysterio looking for the exclamation point. A 6-1 and making it a 9. Oh, wait a minute. Chad Gable picking the ankle, distracting Mysterio. Oh, Mysterio gonna make him pay. Sunset flip to the outside. Chad Gable might have just helped Rey Mysterio, or I should say, helped Otis survive this matchup. Tilt-a-whirl, head scissors. Mysterio going for the cover. And Otis able to kick out, and if it weren't for that hesitation, thanks to Master Gable, LWO may be on their way to WrestleMania. The ring awareness, the intelligence of Chad Gable, saving Alpha Academy's destiny. But Rey Mysterio, off the Tornado DDT, back into the lateral press. And Otis kicks out again, and I think Rey Mysterio's had enough of Chad Gable on his tail in this matchup. Mysterio doing anything he needs to do. Otis gets met with a forearm. Mysterio, another head scissors takedown. And Otis going to the outside. Alpha Academy getting stacked up like cordwood as Mysterio now flying all around and taking down Otis with him. Watch Gable. Well, obviously, Gable not the legal competitor, but trying to do all he can to save Alpha Academy's chances. Mysterio may not be the biggest dog in the fight, but he's certainly got the biggest heart. Fighting both competitors, taking out Gable, sending Otis back between the ropes, and Mysterio scales one more time. One more for good measures. Will that do it? He stacks up those hurricanranas, and Mysterio uses a classic maneuver in Lucha Libre history to bring the Latino World Order all the way to WrestleMania Sunday. Alpha Academy gave it their all. They wrestled a smart matchup, but in the end, Mysterio and Escobar's will to go to the show of shows was just that much stronger.
Here are your winners, Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio.
The finals are set. We are on our way to WrestleMania. And on Sunday night, March the 3rd, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller will take on Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals, and the WWE Tag Team Championship of SmackDown hang in the balance. WrestleMania kicks off 8 nights from tonight, Saturday, March the 2nd, Sunday, March the 3rd, both at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the grandest stage of them all. And main eventing on WrestleMania Saturday is the highly anticipated rematch of the 2023 Match of the Year. The Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, takes on the Ring General, Gunther, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Both those men will be in action next week here on SmackDown. And next Saturday, the WWE Women's Championship from Raw is on the line. The Eradicator Rhea Ripley takes on Liv Morgan in a Royal Rumble rematch. Liv not looking to be a stepping stone in the legacy of the Eradicator. Edge says that iron sharpens iron. We'll see if that statement runs true in moments here on SmackDown as he looks to test himself against Cody Rhodes. But at WrestleMania, he looks to test himself against Braun Breaker and teach a lesson in respect along the way. What about the Intercontinental Championship match as the Defiant LA Knight puts up the gold against Sami Zayn, who's been waiting for this rematch since Halloween night 2023. He earned his opportunity. Can he capitalize? It is the Cruiserweight Championship matchup. 6 men enter. 1 man will leave with the gold. Ladders will be in play as Nathan Frazier, Wes Lee, Johnny Gargano, JD McDonough, Axiom, and Ilya Dragunov make their way down the aisle. As for Monday Night Raw's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, it is Jay and Jimmy Uso, and they earned themselves the opportunity against Damian Priest and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. The World Tag Team titles will hang in the balance. The self-proclaimed King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. The self-proclaimed King of Pro Wrestling, CM Punk. These 2 men wage war for the title to be known as best in the world. All that action is on Saturday night, but what about Sunday, March the 3rd, main evented by the Royal Rumble match winner, Kevin Owens, as he takes on the visionary, Seth freaking Rollins. for the most prestigious prize in the industry, the WWE title. Just signed earlier this week from Raw, it is a super tag team matchup as Karrion Kross, Joe Gacy, and Baron Corbin stand alongside in this war against the Brawling Brutes six-man tag team affair. AJ Styles successful at the top of the hour, but will he be able to turn away the future of Flight Ricochet? Ricochet has been on the rise, but will the Phenomenal One make his rise come to a screeching halt? The red, white, blue, and gold U.S. title up for grabs. The Women's World Championship from SmackDown is on the line as the Elimination Chamber match winner, Raquel Rodriguez, takes on the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Raquel got knocked with the Z360 last week. Will Zoe Stark be a difference maker? What about the no-holds-barred matchup between the almighty Bobby Lashley and the Street Champ, Solo Sikoa? They have been at each other's throats since the month of October. It all comes to a head on Sunday night, March the 3rd. As we found out moments ago, it is the finals of SmackDown's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller stand alongside against the LWO Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes is out for vengeance, and he gets his chance at that Sunday night, March the 3rd at WrestleMania when he takes on the man who took him out of the Elimination Chamber, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. All that action is coming your way next weekend, WrestleMania weekend.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Saturday night, March the 2nd, Sunday night, March the 3rd, we are live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time at AT&T Stadium, Dallas, Texas, for the grandest stage of them all.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes looks prime and ready for action. And as he takes on Edge here tonight, let's take a look at his recent history with the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. It was last month on SmackDown that Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton, and then later in the night was ambushed from behind and set off that ledge. Cody was out for 4 weeks, out of the Elimination Chamber, then finally resurfaced, attacking Randy Orton from behind and getting a measure of retribution, but we know the story isn't over yet. Cody Rhodes looking to finally put his issues with the Apex Predator behind him a week from Sunday at WrestleMania. Cody and Orton, a legacy that has lived on for many, many years. And somehow they have found their way back to each other. And Randy Orton may rue the day that he sent Cody Rhodes off that ledge into the spotlight and took away Cody's dream of main eventing WrestleMania. But tonight isn't about retribution. Tonight is about competition. Iron sharpens iron. At least that were the words of the Rated R Superstar. Edge is meant at a crossroads, both tonight and in his career. Does he have what it takes to battle the best? Edge looks to start answering that question here in Salt Lake City.
And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds, Edge!
His issues with Braun Breaker are very simple. Breaker believes Edge has overstayed his welcome here in the WWE. Breaker believes guys like Edge continue to hog the spotlight and take away opportunities from young stars like him. Of course, Edge came to the aid of Ricochet a number of weeks ago when Braun Breaker issued that assault here on SmackDown, and that only furthered the badass Braun Breaker's intentions and actions towards the Rated R Superstar. Edge said, "You want to fight? I'll give you a war." They will meet at WrestleMania, but tonight, Edge wanted to challenge Cody Rhodes, and he gets his wish. Cody and Edge battling it out for the first time since early 2010, 2011. And of course, this is a completely different day in both men's careers. Cody Rhodes in the prime of his career. The Rated R superstar Edge trying to figure out if he still is. We said Edge was at a crossroads, and that's not just a figure of speech because he's in there with the American Nightmare. That is truly the story. Over the last few months, Edge has tried his hand at becoming the World Heavyweight Champion, challenging some of the best in this industry today. Came down to the final two alongside Drew McIntyre inside the Elimination Chamber. Unfortunately, it was not to be for the Iconoclast. Edge feels that he is at a crossroads, and it's either take on some of the best of them and beat some of the best of them, or maybe walk away. Well, then there's only one way to figure it out, and that's get in that ring and fight. Cody Rhodes, one of the faces of Friday Night SmackDown, with a championship, without a championship. Cody is one of the biggest superstars in the industry today. Edge knows that. Edge knows if he wants to be in that conversation, well, he's got to take down some of the biggest superstars of today. An obvious WrestleMania momentum hanging on the line here tonight between these two men. Mutual respect is there, but obviously a different story at play with both men approaching competition next weekend. Neither looking to take an unfortunate loss here tonight in the Delta Center. The American Nightmare taking on somebody who knows Randy Orton very well and the Rated R superstar. Edge and Randy Orton, so much history just in the last few years between those two men. Not even going back to all their history back in 2006, 2007, and so on. Edge's 2023 really taken up with his pursuit of championship gold, which was not to go his way. Just one of the reasons Edge is at this mental battle in 2024. Looking to take down Cody Rhodes tonight and certainly putting on a good showcase so far. Squashing Cody against the ropes. Rated R superstar warming up the engines before he takes on the badass Braun Breaker a week from tomorrow in AT&T Stadium. Braun Breaker is looking to put down Edge both figuratively and literally once and for all. He wants Edge gone from the squared circle, and Breaker has to do it himself. He will, but Edge not looking for that to be the final chapter written in his story. Off the top with the Frankensteiner. Braun Breaker better realize who he's going to be in the ring with at WrestleMania. A Hall of Famer, a man who has done it all, and a man who has beaten some of the best throughout his career. Edge has main evented at the show of shows. Braun Breaker's walking in, to his first WrestleMania next Saturday night. It is a whole different ball game, as we talked about last week. From a tag team matchup in the main event of SmackDown to a one-on-one in AT&T Stadium at the grandest stage, Braun Breaker better not bite off more than he can chew. It may be too late for that. Edge is looking to make his claim, stake his claim, we should say, put his flag in the ground. But as for tonight on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes has got business to take care of, and it may just come at the expense of the Iconoclast. Edge throughout the challenge, and he may be regretting it. Off the reversal. Edge going for the crossface. Locked in dead center of the ring. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The American Nightmare fighting his demons here tonight. 8 nights until WrestleMania weekend. Cody Rhodes will meet Randy Orton. Tonight he takes on the Rated R superstar. A test no bigger. Able to get out of that crossface, send an Edge into the corner. Edge has thrown out a lot of offense in this matchup, some of which has taken out just as much of the Iconoclast as it has the American Nightmare. A couple of those overhand chops, simple yet effective maneuver to wear down Edge. Cody Rhodes has got to be feeling fired up as he has been the last number of weeks. Taken out of the Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton costing him his chance to main event WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, wait a minute. Cody looking to take out some of that aggression here tonight. A crossroads on Edge, but I don't know if enough damage has been done, and I get my answer as Edge gets the kick out. Cody going for the kill. Unfortunately, not enough offense has been stacked from bell to bell. Going for the Cody cutter to no avail. And that might be the window of opportunity that Edge needs. Edge needs the confidence here tonight. He needs the mental boost. He needs to defeat Cody Rhodes, or his road to WrestleMania may come spiraling down. Cody with the kick out. That was a close call for both men. Cody Rhodes at the crossroads does not get the result he was looking for. Edge with the execution. Cody still alive. Now Edge off the middle buckle, taking out the rib cage with an elevated spear. A little bit different trajectory, as we have talked about to no ends in the past. Not the same enthusiasm behind the spear as the normal one that Edge delivers, but still an impactful maneuver. Cody off the counter. Cody not looking to see loss on his road to a meeting with the Snake himself, Randy Orton, at WrestleMania. Cody victorious alongside Ricochet last week at Saturday night's main event. Edge victorious alongside that same superstar last week here on SmackDown. Of course, the Elimination Chamber situation. Edge was the one who took Cody's spot after Cody was deemed null and void of the Elimination Chamber. Similar roads these men have traveled, and now they meet here tonight. Edge with a spear out of nowhere. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if Cody kicked out or if Edge just gave up on that. He's going for another spear. Edge is looking to make an impactful statement here tonight. A second spear on the American Nightmare, the Rated R superstar, desperate for victory in this big-time main event match. And he's back into the corner. From coast to coast, a third spear by Edge. Edge came to Salt Lake City looking to prove himself all over again. But the hesitation might have cost him, as Cody Rhodes' desire to stay successful on the road to WrestleMania is still alive. We have got a barn burner on our hands in the middle of the Delta Center, Salt Lake City, Utah. Edge at his own crossroads. Cody Rhodes giving him the fight he desired. Nice reversal there. Cody going behind. A second crossroads. The literal existence of that word, as Cody has put down Edge here tonight. Well, listen, Edge is going to have to shake the cobwebs off and have short-term memory come WrestleMania. Put this loss behind him. He got the fight he wanted, just not the result, as Cody Rhodes is victorious here tonight.
Here is your winner, the American Nightmare.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cody Rhodes may be victorious, but the action may not be done, as Randy Orton has made his way out to the aisle. Well, don't taunt Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes will bite. He wants the fight. Randy Orton's out here egging Cody Rhodes on. Oh, we may be getting a WrestleMania preview here in the middle of the Delta Center. Cody and Orton coming to blows. These two men will destroy each other. We've seen the history. WrestleMania coming early as Orton and Cody swinging lefts and swinging rights. My goodness, Randy, wait a minute. Braun Breaker now. What the hell is going on? Edge here at ringside, and he's getting ambushed by the Badass. Things are breaking down here in the Delta Center. Cody victorious over Edge, but their WrestleMania opponents have reared their ugly heads, and Breaker putting Edge straight through the barricade. The Badass son of a bitch. Braun Breaker laying waste to the Rated R superstar. Will this be a similar sight from a week from tomorrow when these two men meet on WrestleMania Saturday?
face on when I chase like that. Yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat. Gonna see me rise if you hate on that. I don't play both sides, doing me no cap. I'm a ride.